Start with the name of Allah Almighty, the Most Merciful. Welcome back, guys, on my YouTube channel, The Creative Corner. Today, I will discuss about a poem, a different history, written by Sujhata Bhatt, an Indian poet. First, I want to discuss about Sujhata Bhatt or poetess basic biography. She was born in Ahmedabad, India in 1956 and she grew up in Pune until 1968. In 1968, she immigrated to USA with her family at the age of 12 years. She introduced Anglo-Indian poetry. Here, this is a very important point regarding to Sujata Bhatt that she combined Gujarati language to English language, or in other words, she introduced the Indian culture in English language, like a very famous Pakistani poet, Tawfiq Rifat. He introduced Pakistani culture in English language. We see the wedding in a flood or the kitchens, that how he introduced Pakistani literature in English language. And now Sujata Bhatt do the same work. She introduced Indian literature in Indian culture in English language. Now the themes of her works are mostly based on language, culture and identity, or loss of culture, language, or identity. And the important work include A Color for Solitude and A Search for My Tongue. They are the most prominent work or the benchmark in English literature. Now she got 5 awards due to her contribution in English language and literature. And the second one is about the poem. This poem is a different history. This poem is published in 1988 and the poem has 29 lines and divided into two stanzas. The first stanza portrays or depicts freedom, respect, and ethics, while the second stanza expresses violence and torture on the people of India during the time period of colonization. And this poem deals with the loss of culture, language, civilization, and also impact of globalization and colonization on the people of India. And now this time is moved toward the explanation of the stanzas. I want to now I discuss the basic themes and the basic concepts which are portrayed by the poetess Sujata Bhatt. Great Man is not dead. He simply immigrated to India. In the first stanza, and the in the very first line, she used a literary device which is illusion. She eludes Greek pain, and in according to Greek mythology, first I want to give the depiction of the or description of the Greek pain. And the Greek pain is the Greek god of herd and flocks, and also he is the god of the nature, and he is half man and half goat. And Greek man is not dead. According to Greek mythology, that Greek man was dead, but according to Sujata Bhatt, the Greek man is not dead. He is simply immigrated to India. Here, a Greek pain give the depiction of give the image of dual identity and identity crisis. And here the gods roam freely, disguised as snakes and monkeys. And here the god means in India the gods roam freely, or in India the gods roam freely means the gods move freely without any type of problem, without any type of restriction. They are allowed to move freely. And the hidden meaning behind these lines is that India is such a wild country, India is such a vibrant country, India is such a versatile country who welcomes different cultures, different religions, who accept different cultures, different religions, and they warmly welcome to other language, and they enjoy the combination of different cultures, different languages, and different religions without any type of issue. And every tree is sacred on the earth. Each tree is holy tree, and according to Hindu tradition, that the tree of people, amda, ashoka, are very sacred trees, are very holy trees. They people give respect to these trees. And it is sin to be rude a book. It is something unholy practice. It is something not good to rude a book, to disrespect a book. It is sin to shove a book aside with your foot. It is something unholy practice to to hate a book, or to, we can say, that disrespect a book. Now, a sin to slam a book down hard on a table, or sin to toss carelessly across the room. It is something unholy practice to disrespect a book. Here she want to teach us the books, respect of books or ethics of the book. And in the last lines, you must learn how to turn the pages gently. Here Sujata Bhatt want to say that everybody must learn that how to turn page smoothly, gently, and peacefully without disturbing Saraswati. Basically, Saraswati is the Hindu goddess of the knowledge and creativity, and she lived in the books. And without of if we disturb Saraswati, she will not give us gyan is means the knowledge, and she will not give us knowledge, and we will know more creative, and when we disturb Saraswati, and without offending the tree from whose the paper was made. Here is the long drawn comparison that the trees, and it is a very universal truth that the outer bark of trees is used for the paper manufacturing, and the papers are used in the for the manufacturing of the books. And we must know that how to treat with trees respectfully. Now, and it is something unholy practice to disrespect a book, because books are the keeper of the one's history, language, culture, and traditions. Now, in second stanza, we see there the tone of second stanza is quite angry tone or dissatisfied tune from Sujata Bhatt, that which language has not been the oppressor's tongue? Which language has not been the oppressor's tongue? Here she want to ask a question to highlight the importance of language. The key word in this stanza is the language. Which language has not been the oppressor's language? Which language is the oppressor's language? Keep in mind that every language is the oppressor's language, which is imposed on the other community. Because, and what happens if we impose our language to others community or other country or other people? Truly meant to murder someone. It is equal to murder someone, because your uh, language works as a weapon who kills the traditions, language, culture, and history of someone's. And how does it happen with after the torture? Here she want to express her thoughts of the her experience of the time period of colonialization or globalization in that in the on the people of India, which is done by Britishers. And here in we can in we can see that with a long side sweeping out, and the scythe is basically the instrument which is used for harvesting the crops. And it is a very quiet image that it is language works as. Basically, here Scythe is a symbol of injustice, which is which is done by Britishers on the people of India. and it is equally to symbolize to the language that when the Britishers imposed their language on the people of India, uh, it is equal to kill the tradition, language, and culture of the Indians people. And the there is also Sujata Bhatt worries about the future of the upcoming generation, that the unborn grandchildren's, the future generation of the India, that when they will born, they grew with the love that strang language or stranger language, that when they were born, they will listen the English language, the Britishers language, the language of outsiders. They will love to learn, they will love to listen, they will love to speak this language, and they will unable to listen, or they cannot listen their native language, which is Hindi or Gujarati. So here she is quite dissatisfied, she is quite worried about the future of the upcoming generation. Now I want to discuss themes with you people, that this poem revealed around, or this poem is based on the themes of colonization and its impact on the people of India, and also the language of culture and tradition, and respect of book and nature. The most prominent literary devices are used in this poem is that first one is that illusion. The great pain eludes the Greek god, and Saraswati eludes the Hindu goddess of knowledge, as I explained in the explanation of stanzas. And imagery, there is a vivid imagery in used in order to evoke the emotions of reader. For example, here the gods roam freely disguised as snakes or monkeys. This is used as imagery. And irony, the one of the most prominent theme, sorry, literary device of this uh, poem, A Different History, is irony. And by the nature, this poem is ironical itself, because according to Sujata Bhatt, English is the language of oppressors. English is the language of outsiders, which is imposed on the people of India during the time period of globalization and colonization. And it's a very painful time period. But she write her thoughts and emotions in English language. This is quite ironical in this poem. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any question, please ask in comments section. Like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.